Eleanor's eyes snapped open. Disoriented, she gasped for air. The harsh red glow of the emergency lights stabbed at her vision. She was still strapped into her seat in the submersible, but something was terribly wrong. The gentle rocking motion she'd come to associate with deep-sea exploration was gone. An unsettling stillness had taken its place. She fumbled for the comms system, her heart pounding against her ribs. "Hello? Marco, do you copy?" she called out, her voice trembling. Only static answered her. Panic began to claw at the edges of her composure. She tried again, her voice rising an octave. "This is Elena! Can anyone hear me?" The silence was deafening. Elena struggled to recall what had happened. The last thing she remembered was the excitement of discovering the underwater cave, the strange symbols etched into its entrance, the way her instruments had gone haywire as they'd breached the threshold. Then darkness, now this terrifying silence. She unbuckled her harness and stumbled to the submersible's porthole, her unease growing with every passing second. What she saw sent a chill down her spine. They were on the surface, but the familiar horizon of the research vessel was gone, replaced by an endless expanse of still black water. The ocean, normally teeming with life, was eerily calm. It was as if all life had vanished, leaving behind a watery graveyard. Despair threatened to consume her. She was alone, adrift in an empty ocean with no way to contact help. The silence was almost tangible, pressing down on her, suffocating her. She scanned the horizon again, praying for a sign of the research vessel, a flicker of life in this desolate wasteland. But there was nothing. Eleanor slumped to the floor, her back against the cold metal hull. She had to hold on to hope. There had to be a rational explanation, a malfunction perhaps. Or maybe the research vessel was simply out of range. Yes, that had to be it. They would find her. They had to. A low rumble resonated through the submersible, shaking her from her thoughts. It was faint at first, like distant thunder, but it grew steadily louder, morphing into a deep, guttural growl that seemed to emanate from the very depths of the ocean. Fear, primal and instinctive, coiled in her stomach. This was no ordinary storm. She cautiously made her way back to the porthole, her gaze drawn to the inky blackness that stretched out beneath the submersible. Something was down there. She could feel its presence, vast and ancient, stirring in the depths. A shiver ran down her spine. The shadows seemed to writhe and twist beneath the surface, as if alive. Elena's breath caught in her throat. A single enormous eye, larger than the submersible itself, materialized from the darkness. It regarded her with cold, alien intelligence. This was no ordinary sea creature. This was something else entirely, something ancient and unfathomable, something that should have remained hidden.